Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for Chapter 4. Welcome once again. It is November 2nd, and I'm so excited that we are now with a new goal of trying to reach 4K here in my channel before Christmas even happens. And I think it could even happen before December, but we'll just have to see. For now, we're going to be reviewing Chapter 4 of Seer. It's one that I want to catch up to. It's not that many episodes out. Hopefully, we can catch up to it pretty soon. Hopefully by the end of this week or next week. But Chapter 4 was an interesting one. We got a new character in, as well as kind of a cliffhanger. I would say they didn't actually end the story, which is the first time they actually do this in the series. But anyways, before I continue, a few things. If you haven't done so, like I said before, we're trying to reach to 4K before December or Christmas, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for those who subscribed last month. We have so many new subs that we reached basically 2 months worth of goals. So now we're trying to be humble and see if we can get 4K before Christmas. So thank you again for your love and support. I will continue doing giveaways for those who didn't win last giveaway. The next one will be in November 15th, so make sure you catch up to that video. Okay. Oh yeah, and then lastly, there's 3 chapter reviews already on Seer. If you haven't seen them, then go watch them. They're basically based on the beginning of the story. So if you're starting in Chapter 4, it's kind of weird, but I mean, it's up to you. Last we saw them, like I said, each one's going to be kind of a mission, and they very much did follow that structure in this chapter at the beginning, at least. Aoi and Riku are going to basically meet with someone, and Aoi tells Riku that essentially they're there because a request of his sister, right? His sister requested them to do this. So when they arrive, they see the new character, and essentially Aoi from the start tries to basically put him in bad terms with Riku. She's like, look at him, he's not even doing his job, he's shopping. But in reality, he's actually helping an old lady carry his or her bag. So he's actually doing a good deed. He then essentially have this conversation directly to Riku, and Riku finds out pretty quickly that Aoi and Kenma don't really get along with each other. And eventually we find out that they've known each other since middle school, and Kenma from the beginning has never liked Aoi. And, likewise, Aoi has not liked him. But obviously, because they're both shamans, there has to be some type of professional friendship with them. So I would consider them more frenemies than anything. I wouldn't say they per se are enemies, although the cliffhanger did give us questioning thoughts of maybe them hurting each other at some point. But anyways, Aoi and Riku basically get the information from Kenma that there is a boy missing, and essentially he was, according to reports, sucked into this mirror. So Kenma essentially requested them for help, mainly for Riku. He doesn't want to work with Aoi, and Aoi doesn't really want to work with them, so he's like, if I can go home, I'll go home. Although his sister doesn't want him to go home, because he's really there to be, I guess, the bodyguard of Riku. And Kenma really wants to use Riku, and Riku obviously says, well, I guess. And her superpower essentially is to attract evil spirits. So they go. Nothing really is happening, and then Aoi goes and stands in front of the mirror, and essentially in an act of him finding out that the demon comes out, or the evil spirit comes out, Riku trying to save Aoi and Kenma trying to save Riku from saving Aoi, they all essentially get sucked into the mirror. Aoi then immediately meets up with Riku, and it takes them 2 seconds to actually figure out that that's not the real Riku, and goes into fighting it and destroying the copy. Essentially, the copy, as it's dying, he asks Aoi how it knew that it wasn't Riku, and Aoi says, well, she didn't have her pin in that side, she had it in the other side, and she also would have never left anyone behind, so she would have been worried about Kenma, even if I don't like Kenma. So he's able to restore that, and when he does, what seems to be the real Riku and the real Kenma show up, and Kenma says, that's not the real Iori, and he basically prepares himself to attack. So, that's the end of the chapter. I did notice that this chapter had less pages than the previous chapters. Not that many less, like 4, but it did have less, nonetheless. So, I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but what it looks like is we're going to get a 2-parter for the first time, and we'll see what happens in the next chapter. But Kenma looks like he's gonna be here to stay. It looks like this whole first volume, what they're doing is introducing, I guess, the characters that work around Iori, and then Riku is essentially there trying to help out. We're not really getting that much of a background story from Riku yet. We've had bits and pieces from Iori's background story, enough for us to be hooked and want to know what really happened to him. And was it his partner? Was it his lover? Was it just a good friend? I don't know. That got lost. And why is he looking for a little girl spirit? So many questions from Iori that we haven't been able to answer yet. And we're only at chapter 4. We got 5 more chapters to review. So hopefully by the end I finish this. I think there's chapter 10 already out. So by the end I finish reviewing this one, hopefully we'll get a better answer. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have not done so by now, subscribe to my channel. Again, another giveaway will not start until November 15th. So if you're here for a giveaway, then just give a like and wait and see what happens next. Thank you again for the love and support from everyone else that is supporting me, not just here, but in social media, like Discord, like Twitter, like TikTok, all that fun stuff. So thank you again, and guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.